Imagine driving across the endless golden dunes of the Sahara Desert. Your car gets scratched by razor-sharp rocks. Sand blasts the paint like 1,000 tiny knives. The sun bakes the body until it feels like an oven. And then, right before your eyes, every scratch vanishes. Every dent pops back out. The paint restores itself like nothing happened. This is not science fiction. This is the world's first self-healing car. And it just conquered the Sahara. The car in question is called the Aurora X-9. Built by a secretive European startup named Nexadrive. They unveiled it 6 months ago with one insane promise. A body that repairs itself in minutes using military-grade nanotechnology. No body shop. No touch-up paint. Just heat, time, and a little magic. To prove it wasn't marketing fluff, Nexadrive did the unthinkable. They shipped the only prototype to Morocco. Then drove it 4,300 kilometers straight through the Sahara. From Marrakesh to the middle of nowhere in Mauritania and back. No support trucks. No spare parts. Just one driver, one navigator, and a bunch of GoPros. The route was brutal. Rock fields that shred tires. Sandstorms that turn day into orange night. Temperatures hitting 58 degrees Celsius. Corrugated pistes that rattle normal cars to pieces. Day 1 was already ugly. A jagged shale ridge sliced a 40-centimeter gash across the driver's side door. Deep enough to see bare metal. The crew stopped, filmed it, and waited. 23 minutes later, under the desert sun, the scratch started closing. Like watching a wound heal in fast forward. The polymer chains rearranged themselves. The clear coat flowed back together. No seam, no mark, nothing. The internet lost its mind when the clip dropped. By day 4, the car looked like it had been through a war. Hood peppered with stone chips. Fenders dented from loose boulders. Rear bumper cracked after sliding into a hidden rock. They parked at camp that night. Temperatures dropped to 12 degrees. The car sat under the stars. By sunrise, every dent had popped out. Every chip had filled itself. The bumper looked factory fresh. People started calling it the Wolverine of cars. Because just like the comic book mutant, it regenerates. The secret is a 5-layer paint system. Bottom layer, standard primer. Second layer, elastic memory polymer that can stretch and return to shape. Third layer, microcapsules filled with healing agent. Fourth layer, photocatalytic nanoparticles that activate under UV light. Top layer, ultra-hard ceramic clear coat that's hydrophobic and scratch-resistant. When damage happens, the capsules break. Healing agent mixes with a catalyst. It flows into the wound and hardens. The memory polymer pulls everything back into place. UV from the sun speeds up the reaction. The hotter it is, the faster it heals. Perfect for a desert torture test. They even poured acid on the hood to simulate bird droppings or tree sap. The acid ate through the clear coat. 10 minutes in direct sunlight, the damage disappeared. They took a blowtorch to a fender just to see the limit. The paint bubbled, blistered, turned black. 24 hours later, 98% of the burn had vanished. Only the deepest char remained. The world went crazy. Car forums exploded. TikTok was flooded with reaction videos. Elon Musk quote-tweeted the blowtorch clip with a single fire emoji. Every major outlet ran the headline, "The indestructible car is here." Nexadrive's website crashed within hours from traffic. They had to turn on a waiting list. Over 1.2 million people signed up in 3 days. The company valuation shot past €8 billion overnight. Investors were throwing money like confetti. And then, things got weird. That's when the rumors started. Because nobody outside the company has actually touched the car. Only one prototype exists. Only 2 people have driven it. All footage comes from Nexadrive's own cameras. No independent journalists were invited. No third-party lab has tested the paint. The driver and navigator? Both are paid employees. Suddenly people started asking questions. Is any of this real? Or is it the greatest marketing hoax since the Tasmanian tiger sightings? Let's look at the evidence. The close-up healing videos look incredible. But watch them frame by frame. Some swear they see tiny cuts between shots. Like the footage was edited. Others point out the lighting changes slightly during the healing sequences. Could they be swapping panels off camera? Or using clever CGI? The Blowtorch video is the smoking gun for many skeptics. When the flame hits the paint, it behaves exactly like normal automotive clear coat. It bubbles and smokes. But when it heals, the blackened area lightens perfectly. Too perfectly. Some say that's impossible without polishing. Others say the nanoparticles could catalyze carbon removal. But no one can prove it either way. Then there's the acid test. They pour what looks like sulfuric acid on the hood. It etches instantly. 10 minutes later, gone. But watch the reflection in the paint. The camera never moves during the healing. The reflection of the sky stays identical. Some say that's proof the shot is time-lapse. Others say the camera was locked off on a tripod. Suspicious minds noticed something else. In every single clip, the damage always happens in places easy to reach. Never the roof. Never the underside. Never inside wheel wells. Almost like they didn't want to crawl underneath with a camera. And the deep gash on day one? The one that started it all? If you zoom in, the edges look too clean. Too straight. Almost like it was cut with a utility knife instead of a rock. Redditors enhanced the audio. They claim to hear a faint slicing sound right before the driver yells "oh no." Could someone have scored the door on purpose? The company says all raw footage is available to verified journalists. But no one has received it yet. They keep promising soon. Meanwhile, the waiting list grows. People are putting down €10,000 deposit sight unseen. Some say Nexadrive is a shell company funded by a bigger automaker. A way to test market reaction before launching the real thing. Others say the tech is real, but only works under perfect conditions. That it needs direct sunlight and high heat. That in cold climates it heals in days, not minutes. Or maybe only surface scratches heal. Deep damage might still need a body shop. There's a whistleblower post on a German forum. Claims to be a former Nexadrive engineer. Says the healing is real, but limited to 3 to 4 millimeters depth. Anything deeper and the capsules run out. The car can only heal itself a finite number of times. After 50 to 60 major repairs, the paint is exhausted. The company allegedly knows this. But isn't telling buyers. The same post claims the Sahara trip was staged. That they drove only 800 kilometers total. That most of it was on paved roads. That the dunes were the same 3 locations filmed from different angles. Satellite tracking of the car's GPS supposedly shows huge gaps. Days where it never moved. But no one can verify because the tracker data is private. A French YouTuber offered €100,000 to test the car independently. Nexadrive declined. They said the prototype is too valuable. That they're waiting for production units. But production is delayed. Originally promised Q2 2026. Now pushed to 2028. Investors are getting nervous. Some are quietly pulling out. Stock in related suppliers is dipping. Yet the hype train keeps rolling. Because deep down, we all want it to be true. We want a car that shrugs off shopping cart dings. That laughs at key scratches. That makes door dings in parking lots obsolete. We want to believe the future is here. So here we are. 2 possibilities. Possibility 1, Nexadrive actually did it. They cracked self-healing at a level nobody thought possible for decades. The Sahara trip was real. The footage is real. We're on the verge of the biggest revolution in automotive history. In 10 years every premium car will have this. In 20 years every car will. Possibility 2, it's smoke and mirrors. An incredibly elaborate con. Maybe the tech works in a lab on tiny samples. But not on a full car in real conditions. Maybe they used replaceable panels and clever editing. Maybe the whole thing is CGI layered over a normal car. Either way, they've already won. They have millions of deposits. Billions in valuation. The world is talking about them. So maybe the truth doesn't even matter anymore. Maybe this is the new way to launch a car company. Create something so unbelievable that fact and fiction blur. Make the rumor itself the product. Because right now, today, the Aurora X-9 exists more in our imagination than on the road. And that might be enough. We may never know if the world's first self-healing car truly conquered the Sahara. Or if the Sahara conquered us. But one thing is certain. We all just watched history being written. Whether it's real history or manufactured legend. Only time will tell. And until then, the desert keeps its secrets. Just like the car. Or whatever it really is.